like, are you gonna think, man, I really wish I wouldn't have gone to Burning Man that 1 year with Josh to see what it was, to see why he was passionate about it?
I feel like now I'm in the corner now where it's just like this entire process you've been saying like, if you don't like it, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And now it's like
there's a difference.
I'm talking to you. Are you gonna talk into mine? That's what I'm saying. Like, you've said that if I did.
It's obvious that Jaylen is so annoyed with Josh. I would be annoyed with him too. Married at First Sight season 19, episode 9. Oh my God, did I finally catch up? Please tell me that I'm all caught up. It's November 11. Am I caught up? We're going to try to get through episode 9, and then I need to go take my nap. It's 10:25. So by the time I'm done, it's going to be my nap time. Be sure to leave me a comment, thumbs up. If you're new here, my name is Janice. Please be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up, share this out, leave a comment for me. I'll be in the comments today. Let me know what you think so far. I did get the spoilers. Thank you, cousins who sent it to me. I'll probably try to do a video tomorrow of it. Ready to Love is out. I'm going to be doing Ready to Love too. I just have to figure out how I'm going to watch it and how I'm going to review it, okay? So be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and you could tell she is so annoyed with him.
I didn't want to go. That wouldn't be an issue.
Starting to talk about, Burning Man. In the event, I was like, oh gosh, like this is just absolutely not in my comfort zone. I want to know, would it be this end all be all for you?
It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
He's lying. He's lying. He's lying, okay? He's absolutely lying. But let's go back and start from the beginning, girl, okay? So this is episode 9, and it's called Two Truths and a Lie. Two Truths and a Lie. My internet's acting up, girl. I don't know what's going on. So this is the episode where the couples talk about SCX, and the expert, aka Dr. Pia, sends them SCX toys. And Derek and Megan got a deal, and he's like, what is this? And he's pulling it out, and she's like, don't pull it out. And I think Derek says he's never used toys before. And then we go over to Will and Britney, and she's like, are you going to teach me how to do this? Because I've never done any of this before. Is it me, or do I not believe absolutely nothing Britney says? I don't believe her. Oh, I've never used toys before. Use a lie. Oh, I've never lies. Okay. Chad and Belinda, he seems excited about the toys. Belinda's like, to be honest, I'm really not into none of these things. And he's like, why? Because you've never tried it or whatever you've done. And she was like, because I felt I've already done it all. I don't believe you, Belinda. You was with a man that never bought you flowers. You never expressed I love you. So I just don't believe you was doing toys with your husband. Anyways, so my question to the married people here is, what do y'all think about toys? I will keep my opinion to myself. But I want to know what y'all think about it. It was funny. It was funny for me. Oh, so Britney, Will pulled out. Britney says to Will, why don't you show me how to use it? And she asked, have you used any of these things? And he pulled out everything he's used. He's pulled everything out. Will is a hoe. He's a hoe. But remember in the matchmaking session, it was like there was a girl that wanted him to play with her toilet. Something like that. So tell me what y'all think in the comments. Don't tell your personal business, girl. Just be like, roundabout the way, whatever. But anyways, it would be interesting. It was interesting to. I will say I have the dice. Okay, we still have the dice from our bachelorette party. Okay, I have the dice and the silk ties. But anyways, too much about business. Bye. Hold on. So Chad and Belinda goes out to have drinks, And I love this, what she says. I absolutely love it. And I think every woman should have this experience when you get married. Let's play it and see what she says, okay? I feel like my camera's still acting up. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but let's see if we could play this and see what she says. I love it.
You said they have blocked.
But yeah, you know, I got married to have someone safe and peaceful to kind of land on. And that
I love that. Safe and peaceful to land on. You know, I don't like the land on expression, but I get what she's saying. I absolutely love that. Listen to what else she says.
that's how I feel about Chad. This is going to sound so weird, but I feel like he cradles me.
I
Is
love
that-
that. He cradles me like a baby. I love that. And that's what your husband should do. So if you're dating and you don't feel that way, don't you marry that man, girl. Don't do it. Run.
Weird. I feel like sometimes he just like holds me in like a little safe space.
And that's good.
and that means a lot to me.
Because she's never had that before. She's never had that before. This is a different kind of feeling for Belinda. And I love it. I love it for her. Okay. Chad, this is your wedding number 4. I just don't know. I wouldn't have married you, but you know, this is married at first sight. But anyways, what do you think about what she said? Like, he holds me in a safe place. He cradles me. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that, ladies. This is how your man, your husband, is supposed to make you feel. If you're dating a guy who don't make you feel that way, I'm telling you to run to the hills from whence cometh your help. Your help comes from sister Janice. I want to say thank you also. I did check my report, and I did see that a few of you are picking up my books. I absolutely love you. If you want to show me love and support, be sure to check out my books available on Amazon. 23 types of guys you might meet. Okay? Absolutely love you. Love you. Thank you so much. I was a little chilly, so I had to go get my robe. So Chad and Belinda, they're sitting down there having drinks, and they're talking about how they were raised in different hometowns. And so Belinda grew up in a hometown. It was like 250 people. Oh my God. That's like aftercare. Chad says he really loves her. There's 3 weeks to decision day. I don't think it's love, Chad. Well, you know, Chad loves everybody. Chad loves everybody, and I love how he's treating Belinda, but I just get this feeling that Belinda's like, oh, so annoying. I feel like Belinda is one of those ladies who don't like good guys. Not saying Chad is a good guy, but he's treating her so well, and I absolutely love Chad. It's unfortunate he's been married 4 times because that is a red flag, but I love this for Belinda. I love how he treats her, and but I get the feeling like she's like, ew. You know, she's like, ew. So I don't know. What y'all think about it? What do you guys think? I told you guys that Jaylen was annoyed with Josh, and I didn't feel like she's really into it, right? So the experts came over, and they're talking about him lying about he was still talking to his ex. And she's like, I've been cheated on before. Small lies become bigger lies. And they talk about forgiveness and letting it go. So then they bring up the Burning Man situation again. And they're like, they told Jaylen, just be honest. Do you want to go? You're not going to want to go. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. You know, I've experienced that, and I don't really want to experience that. Right. So then Josh says, well, what is a happy medium? Because this is a huge part of my life, and I want her to experience those things with me. So this is what Jaylen says, which I've said this to guys that I didn't like before. And it is just so telling that she just really doesn't want to be bothered with him, right? So pay attention to what she says.
Like, it's such a big part of his life, so then I don't want to take it away or make him feel weird. I think you can only have different hobbies and stay separate in those hobbies for so long, and then you just like move on. Maybe I'd rather you be with someone who loves them as much as you versus having to be with someone who doesn't like them.
Boom. Boom. Right there, she's telling him, this is not going to work out. We're not going to work out. We're not going to work out. And you need to be with somebody who loves going to Burning Man versus being with somebody who don't really like. Because I totally agree that when you're married, I don't believe you have to do everything together, right? Like my husband does stuff with his frat brothers that I just don't go. I don't hang out, but I go to the major stuff. Like, I go to the cookouts, I go to the yearly events, but other stuff they do, I'm like, I don't be bothered. Okay, but this is such a big part of Josh's life that he does need to be with someone who enjoys going to Burning Man and doing stuff like that. Jaylen is more of a girl like me who, like, I don't want to be out in the bushes in the woods. I want to be home. I want to be, in somewhere warm, getting massages and facials and stuff. I don't want to be in the heat, like sweating and stuff like that. I just don't. Okay. But Josh is not hearing what he's saying. She's saying the same way she didn't pick up that Josh has a learning disability, he's not picking up that she don't want to be with you. She's letting you know, I don't want to be with you forever. You need to be with somebody else. And I have said those very things, like, you need to be with somebody else. Me just trying to be nice before, when I was dating, like, I'm not, and I'm telling, oh, you just need to be with somebody else who likes you better, okay? And Josh, he's so dense that he's not even really hearing her. So Josh hits back and said, well, I don't want anybody else. Like, I don't like you telling me I need to find somebody else. And I'm like, Josh, she's right. You need to find somebody else. Granted, this is a marriage, right? This is a marriage. So, technically you don't get to decide that, well, I can't do this with you, so I need to do with somebody else. Which is why I could not get married at first sight. This is why dating is important. You date, you spend time with the person, you figure out, can I spend the rest of my life with this person? Do we mesh? And again, I'm not saying you have to do everything together, but I think you should enjoy each other hobbies, and then you might sacrifice here and there. But he's just adamant that, you gotta go to Burning Man. Well, you gotta go to Burning Man. She's like, I don't like it. I don't like the outdoors. I can't. I don't like sweating. And I just don't think they're a good match. I think she's annoyed with him. I don't think they're gonna work out. So Derek and Megan goes to do an activity. I agree, and I appreciate Megan trying the ice bath. But before that, they showed a clip of Megan and Scott and Derek talking, and he asked, did y'all say the L word? And she said, I did. So you did say it, because you told the producers you didn't. And that he didn't say it. And Scott was like, you didn't say it yet? And then Derek just came back and reiterate that I just want to make sure, and I just want to be sure. And Megan is saying, but this is what this is about, being uncomfortable in a child. Don't force a man to say he loves you, girl. He don't love you. He don't like you. Nobody likes you, Megan. Nobody likes Megan. Josh he's insane. He's insane. He brings up, what if I don't want to go cycling with you? And she's like, cycling is 45 minutes. Burning Man is a week. And he's like, it doesn't matter. And then he says the most dumb stuff, which is why I cannot deal with dumb men. Like, you're dumb. I can't deal with you. Okay. Listen to how he compares Burning Man to her career.
To realize how important Burning Man is to me. I don't know, like, I feel like the only way for me to explain, like, how I'm feeling right now is, like, imagine if I was to just say, well, you know what, like, maybe I just don't really want you to be a cycle instructor anymore.
That's her job, dum-dum. That's what she does for a living. That's how she pays her bills. So you're going to let her stop working because she won't go to Burning Man with you? You're a total idiot, Josh. An absolute idiot. How do you compare her job to going to Burning Man? That's like Mike saying, well, if you don't want to come to the beach in 100 degrees with me weather, you need to stop being a writer. What? Oh my God. I just cannot. This is why I can't.
If you didn't want me to be a cycle instructor anymore and do my job and my passion, like, I don't see us working. I don't.
Exactly. She's telling you to move along and find you somebody else. You're too dumb to see what she's saying. Like, even after 12 years, almost 30 years of marriage, if my husband tells me I can't be a writer anymore, which he would never, I would divorce him. I would divorce him. We can't work. We're not going to work, Mike Thompson. I'm sorry. Bye. Bye. I don't want you to be a writer anymore. Where do I sign the divorce paper and give me half of yours? Matter of fact, I should get half, more than half, since I multiplied and tripled your money.
If it is that important, then do that, and we can
Move on.
I'm just saying, if you were forced to say goodbye to cycle, not because of me, because you lost.
Oh my God, he's an idiot. Josh is a total idiot. Oh, he's so stupid. I can't. I cannot.
No one's forcing you to say goodbye to it. You don't have to.
Like, I feel like you're getting defensive when I'm bringing up certain things.
I'm saying.
Can we practice letting each other finish our
Okay, Josh, you just interrupted me, so I think that's really ridiculous for you to act like I'm the only one doing that. But sure, let me practice.
It happens.
I can't. I just cannot. I can't.
Go for it.
You're right.
Go.
All I'm saying is that in this moment, I feel like I'm just bringing up something to help you understand where I'm coming from.
No, there's no comparison to her job and you doing an activity. Cycling is her job. That is what she does. It put food on her table, roof over her head. You cannot compare her job to a hobby that you have that she don't want to do. Right. Oh, sorry, you guys wasn't seeing that. I just don't understand why Josh would compare cycling, her job, to an activity. Don't roll your eyes at me. Don't ever roll your eyes at me. I find that extremely disrespectful. As if I'm talking to little Michael. Ooh, I wish some man would talk to me like that. Woo! And it's like he's hearing that he has to give up Burning Man, but that's not what she's saying. That's not what she's saying. She said, I don't want to go. She said, I don't want to go, but he's hearing you can't go.
I don't know where this conversation's going to go anymore. Like, I'm not interested in going to a bunch of festivals. I don't know what else to say.
There's nothing else to say. You don't want to go. And it's okay.
You know, I do want this to work. I do want this marriage to work.
It's not gonna
All
work.
I'm saying is that after that conversation, I'm left at wondering, like, okay, well, like, how do I find that passion? I think about, like, giving that up. It's really fucking hard.
She's not saying to give it up. She's saying she don't want to go with you. There's a difference. Josh has mommy issues, and then there's the whole learning disability thing. But Josh is acting like he didn't have a mom in his life. Yeah, your biological mom was not there, but your grandmother was there. Your grandmother played your mom role. So why are you getting married and you still got problems, Josh? I don't understand.
I think that's impossible.
I don't think it's impossible either.
Yeah.
I just feel like what I want at my core is just a strong community.
And I think that strong community is the mom issue, but also the learning disability issue, because if you find something that works for you, you just kind of stick with it. It's like me. I'm not moving from here. I don't care if I'm the only one in New Jersey. I'm not moving. Told my husband if I'm not moving, I'll stay right here. You know why? Because my daughter has a strong community here. Her friends are here. Her day programs are here. They do respite together. We do activities together with her strong community. So me moving, trying to find and rebuild another community, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because I've been building this community for her for 31 years. So I absolutely understand what Josh is saying, but Jaylen is not the one for you, boo-boo. Move along, bye.
I think it probably comes from not having my mom in my life, not having like a normal household in a sense. And that's been one of the things that I've struggled with for pretty much my entire life.
What is a normal household? Your grandparents raised you. Again, I get it. It was not his biological mom, but your grandmother and grandfather raised you.
Because like my brain.
Like, I think one of the reasons why I'm not really close with my mom is because my grandmother raised me. My grandmother raised me. I lived with my grandmother longer than I lived with my mom before I started to live with my dad.
Doesn't automatically think to like search out new communities, because at heart I am an introvert. And so like I don't know if I'm like explaining it.
Did you hear what he said about his brain?
It helps you understand like how important having like a normal household in a sense. And that's been one of the things that I've struggled with for pretty much my entire life. Because like my brain doesn't automatically think to like search out.
You hear that? His brain doesn't automatically think to search out a new community, right? He's just not able to think like, I am getting ready to retire. I've already started trying to build a retirement community of new friends for myself, because my friends and my coworkers, they're still going to be working. They're still going to be getting up every morning going to work. I'm going to be the only one that retired and retired early. Like the other ladies that retired, they're old enough to be my mom. They're retired at 67 and 70. We might go out to have birthday lunches and stuff, but that's not going to be my community. I'm not going to be hanging out with a bunch of old grandmas. So because I know I'm getting ready to retire and I'm going to be retiring early, I already started building new friendships and new relationships with other early retirees. But like his brain doesn't work like that.
new communities because at heart I am an introvert. And so like, I don't know if I'm like explaining it to you in the best way.
So find a bunch of introvert, Josh. Find a bunch of introvert. And me, I'm not saying he should stop going to Burning Man. I totally agree with Jaylen. Go by yourself. I'm just not going to be there with you. But he doesn't hear that. What he hears is you have to stop doing that. Okay? So in the end, Jaylen is just like basically build a new community, but not because we're married mean you need to stop doing what you like to do. And I need to, it's just balance is the key. That's what I always tell people. Balance is the key. But I just think Josh does not understand that. It doesn't click for him because he's hearing, I can't do Burning Man. And that's not what she said. She's saying, do it without me. But his brain is not, it's just not working for him to understand. I don't know. So then we see a couple of the couples doing activities. Will and Britney, they're at the gym working out. Britney actually has a very nice body. She really does. She has a nice body, and Will just look like he's just so out of breath. And Belinda and Chad are at the spa getting feet done. Like, yes, I like a man that can go get his feet done. Me and my husband go all the time. We go all the time. We go get him a pedicure, and I'll get pedicure and gel set. So I really like that. He likes it too. He really enjoys it. And we do go get facials. My husband and I, we go get massages together, and we do facials together. I did a massage and facial set once with him. That was too long. That's like 2 hours. It's too long. It's too long because the facial is an hour and then the massage is an hour. That was too long for me, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to do one or the other. But I thought it was cute. The couples are doing things together and kind of, blending their lives together. I liked it. So Rhonda and Chad is going to visit her dad at the cemetery. And she's on this telling the whole life story. And she's frustrated that he's not listening. And I'm like, he's trying to drive and concentrate. Some people can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. And obviously, Pat, did I say Chad? Pat is one of those men. Let's watch.
I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to hear as much as I can, but I can't process all of it.
Right. Like, why didn't she drive? Since you know where you're going, why didn't you drive, Rhonda? Because he's trying to drive, you're giving him direction, and at the same time, he's trying to listen. So since you knew where the cemetery, why you didn't drive so he could just sit down and relax? Granted, this is Texas. Y'all driving Texas. This is not New York, where you go rent a car and drive. So, Pat, I'm a little bothered that you can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
Since our 1 month anniversary, I've been feeling very frustrated, feeling like he's not curious about me.
Oh, I can't with her. The problem is you want to be the only one talking. He needs to listen to you no matter what. And you need to go see a counselor to tell all your problems too. Like I told one of my girlfriends, I said she would be good, so good for some people who just want to talk. Like Rhonda, she just want to talk and talk and talk and talk and just charge them a fee. I wish I had the grace to do that because I would make so much money when I retire. Just to listen to people talk all day about their problems. But I don't have the grace. I don't have the grace for it. I just don't. Okay. But if you have the grace for it, this is a lot of money in here.
My grandfather died when my mom was 5.
Oh, Lord, here she go, Lord. We don't want to hear your life story, and Pat don't want to hear it either, Rhonda. Just get off my TV. Bye. This is Rhonda's problem. She just want to talk and talk. Listen to this.
My grandfather died when my mom was 5. And so
Uncle Joe had promised his dad that he would stay and help take care of the girls. He used to play dress up in this closet in my uncle's room. And Randy was rummaging around in there one day, and we found this entire box of Playboys.
Okay. So you heard what she said, right? They found an entire box of Playboy magazine in the closet. Now pay attention to what she's going to do here.
Back of the closet.
Yeah, that was pretty common in those days. My dad had a big stack of Playboys in the trunk at the foot of the bed for many years.
The vulnerable part I'm sharing about my family.
So listen to what he said. She said her uncle found a box of Playboy. He said, yeah, that was common in those days because my dad had a box of Playboy. She says, no, don't talk. You don't say nothing. I'm being vulnerable about my family. Rhonda, this is conversation. Conversation, unless you just want to say, I just want you to listen, don't say nothing, don't input. Don't ask no questions. Sound like Lexi's up. I don't understand. I don't understand, Rhonda. I can't. Oh, y'all wasn't even seeing that. I can't with Rhonda. I'm over it. How many more episodes left to go? I can't no more. I'm always curious why when you go to the cemetery, there's some people that don't have a headstone. Is that normal? Like he doesn't have a headstone. She's like, Dad,
Bad for amateurs. Huh?
I got married again. What do you think? Do you notice everything is doing what she wants to do? We haven't done anything that Pat want to do yet. I hope I didn't call him Chad. That Pat want to do nothing. We haven't done nothing. Everything Rhonda wants to do. We want to plant flowers, go to the cemetery, do all this. It's all that she wants to do. Yet she's saying, oh, he doesn't show interest in my life. Throw her away. So she asked him, do you have anything to say? And he thought about it. He said, nice to meet you. And then she said, can I have some time by myself? And she was like, and I'm going to fast forward through this because I don't want to hear anything Rhonda has to say. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Bye. 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 Y'all look at this. She's saying Pat is not showing interest. So now Pat is going to show interest and look at what she says.
Tell me again how long ago your dad passed.
That's what I just said, Pat.
Tell me again how long your dad passed. That's what I just said.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm trying to process information.
I know.
quickly.
So I'm struggling on what you hear and what you don't hear.
I try to hear everything, but I can't. Literally, I can't hear everything.
So should I talk?
Right. He can't hear everything because you talk so much. Should I talk less? Yes.
Talk less?
Don't talk at all. Talk less. My internet's going in and out. Lord, let me just try this verb and finish it. Yes, talk less. Talk less. So I think Pat is finally getting some balls to check her. He's finally speaking up about her scolding him.
You okay?
Not good.
Do you want to talk about it?
Very frustrated.
Very frustrated. Thank you. Thank you, Pat, that you're finally saying something so she can understand that she's frustrating you and she's upsetting you. It's frustrating, Rhonda. You're frustrating him. My God.
When you scold me, I don't feel like you recognize that
She scolds him. Does she think she scolds him? Scold a grown man? My internet's acting up. I'm so glad Pat finally spoke up and says, when you scold me, you don't realize I'm trying to do the best that I can. Like, does she think it's appropriate? Does she think it's right to scold a grown man? Apparently, she thinks it's okay. Thank you for finally speaking up, Pat. Thank you. We've all been waiting for this moment.
I don't feel like you recognize that I'm trying the best I can. You want me to be open with you, but then you scold me and shut me down, and then I don't want to say anything. I just want to, like, back away.
Exactly. And she has no concept of this. None. No concept of stop scolding. So Pat says something here that I don't think a lot of women understand about men. Their brains don't work like our brains. We cannot give them too much information to process at the same time. Women, we're different. We can't be cooking, we can't be doing homework, braiding hair, frying chicken, nursing the baby, all at the same time. You know when to flip the chicken, when to turn off the hot water. Our brains just work differently. And I think a lot of women do not understand this about men. So Pat says something here. You are giving me a lot to process.
And that's just very, very recognize that I'm trying the best I can. You want me to be open with you, but then you scold me and shut me down, and then I don't want to say anything. I just want to, like, back away.
Right. That's important. She trying to be his mama, for lack of a better word.
You were giving me a lot of things to process, and that just constantly under evaluation.
Exactly. He feels like he's always under evaluation, though they should be evaluating each other, but then he shouldn't feel like he's being evaluated, right, ladies? In dating for marriage, everything is an evaluation, but you shouldn't let him feel like it's an evaluation.
For sharing that. I know it's not easy for you. I apologize for making you feel like I was scolding
I
you.
appreciate Rhonda for saying that, even though I don't know if she really means it. I think she's saying that because the cameras are on. I don't trust her.
That was not my intention. I think one of the things that's really important to me is to feel heard and seen. And
Rhonda, everybody hears you and everybody see you because you're the loudest person in the room. You wear the red dress at the wedding, so nobody cannot see you or not hear you. The problem with you is you want undivided attention, undivided ears. You want all eyes on you. That's your problem. You're not getting enough.
I struggle with that with you. It has to do with the differences in the way our minds work, and I'm still trying to figure that out. So,
whew, she exhausts me. I can't with her. I love this part. I love what Pat says here. Listen to
what you're saying, but also I have had this feeling where I do feel like you're testing me.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with testing overboard. Rhonda just go overboard on everything, and she's just extremely exhausted, and nobody can deal with or put up with her. And I think Pat should just pack up his bags and run now for the hills from whence cometh his help. I think we had an honest moment from Pat where he said, I want to grow, I'm here, and I'm trying to get here, and if I'm not growing, I'm just passing time. I think he's just passing time. I think Pat has already made up his mind that this is not going to work out. And yes, I know the spoilers, but in the long run, they're not going to work out. Pat is not going to be able to deal with Rhonda. Nobody can deal with her, which is why she's been alone. Pastor Kyle goes over to Will and Britney, and this is their interaction.
I think for me, I don't know like where we stand 100%. And so that's like something that's always in the back of my mind.
Where who stands? What do you say?
I guess where he stands, where you stand.
I realized my thing was going in and out. Okay, let's pray.
I don't know like where we stand 100%. And so that's like something that's always in the back of my mind.
Where who stands? What do you say?
I guess where he stands, where you stand.
What does that mean?
Where you stand. So her mind is already made up. She's gonna say yes on decision day, right?
Because I mean, we do have the conversation pretty often. About every other day, you ask me if I'm going to say yes on decision day.
Every other day you ask me, am I gonna say yes on decision day? And I say yes. And then she says, and I want you to watch Dr. Pia's face, okay?
I'll ask you every other day. And then do you answer me though?
You said you don't ask, but now you want to know, does he answer? And look at Dr. Pia's face, y'all.
Those are day for sure, but I can't tell you what's going to happen in a month.
Did y'all see that? She's like, you say you don't ask her, but then you want the answer. Let's play back.
Because I mean, we do have the conversation pretty often. About every other day, you ask me if I'm going to say yes on decision day.
I don't ask you every other day. And then do you answer me though?
Those are
Watch
day
Dr.
for
Pia's
sure,
face.
but I can't tell you what's going to happen in a month.
And he's right. I say yes, but I can't tell you what's going to happen in a month. Because she's already in. She's all the way in. She's going to say yes no matter what. Pygmisha! Pygmisha! She's a total dunce. A total dunce. Listen to her.
Do something that irritates you, or if I piss you off tomorrow, any small thing that I do that you don't like, you'll hold on to that.
Right.
And that will cause you to have doubt about
To say yes or no. She doesn't understand that. She thinks he's supposed to say yes. She don't understand that all the information that Will is collecting, as you should be collecting information, is going to help him to make a decision, yes or no. And 3 weeks out, he is right. Today I can say yes, but I don't know what's going to happen for the next 3 weeks for me to say yes or no. Why is that so hard for you to understand, Brittany? I don't understand why it's so hard for you to understand it. So Pastor Kyle brings up, have you guys talked about after decision day? And he said, just a little bit. And like, where are you guys going to live? And he says, I'm fine at your place, but I'm keeping my place. And everybody look at him like he has 10 heads. And I'm like, of course you should keep your place. Why should you give up your place? Okay. We don't know if this is going to work out. I don't even know if I'm going to say yes on decision day, which I think he knows that he needs to say no on decision day, but I think he will be forced to say yes on decision day. Why should I give up my place? We don't know if this is going to work out. If a year later, if we're still together, maybe I'll give up my place. But to say I'm going to give up my place now, absolutely not.
Even if it's going to have a negative reaction. Because what I'm hearing is that both of you are protecting yourselves and trying to protect the other person versus just putting it all out.
But no, I totally agree. Will should keep his spot. He was like, it's 7 minutes away from the airport. I traveled 2 or 3 times a month. It's also close to downtown, right? But Britney, she's just, oh, he's not committed. He don't like you. Nobody likes you. I don't like you either because I need to go take my nap and you keep running your lips. Okay? So I absolutely love what Dr. Pia said. She said part of being married is choosing that person every day. Every day. My problem is she's not calculated that this is married at first sight. It's not like you actually met the person, dated the person, and choose that person. Excuse me. And I wish they would calculate that in. Like in the expert's mind, these couples are going to work out. Y'all gonna say yes on this is Jay. Y'all gonna stay married forever. And I just wish they would calculate that that doesn't always happen. Most of the times, to be exact. Okay. So Pastor Cal and Dr. Pia goes over to Megan and Derek, and they have a whole conversation. And there's something Megan says that I'm so excited that she's realizing that she's extremely aggressive and he's extremely passive. And when he's passive, she becomes really aggressive. And then when he says, but when you're aggressive, I become really passive, which means they're not going to work out. Okay. She's extremely too aggressive. She's too manly. And he's super passive, but I just think Derek is a lot like Pat, where they can't take all of this, or my husband, all this loud, not too much, the drama, they can't deal with it. They just cannot deal with that, and in the end, they're not going to work out. They're not going to work out. First of all, they're not going to work out. But I'm glad she realizes that. I absolutely love that she realizes that, and Derek says he did tell her later that he loved her. Okay, so I do think he does have genuine feelings, but I don't know if it's love. I don't know if it's love, John. It's too early for me. So then we go over to Rhonda and Pat, and she says something that is just like, wow. It makes sense now. It absolutely makes sense. She said her biggest insecurity is being chosen. Isn't that powerful? Isn't it powerful? Her biggest insecurity has been chosen, is to be chosen. Let's listen to what she says.
Why is that so important to you?
I think it comes from my dad. Growing up, from the time I was really young, he wanted a boy. I got 2 girls, and so my sister was like that boy, right? Like, Randy, get me the wrench. So I think subconsciously, I felt like he chose my sister. He took her to private tennis lessons when we had no money.
Wow. Wow. It's starting to make sense now. It's starting to make sense.
He took her hunting. I would not shoot a deer. That was just not my thing. And I just think there's something there about not being chosen. And then following that, since I've been divorced, I've been in a couple of relationships.
Powerful. Powerful. This is why nature nurture is so important. I believe in that. I believe in nature and our children, making sure that environment is good and healthy, which is why I care so much about making sure my home is peaceful and beautiful and decorated no matter the season. I decorate for every season. I have decorations for every season: Thanksgiving, Christmas, summer, fall, Valentine's, because I just think that your environment is a lot. But just making sure single ladies, that we choose the right men and that we treat our children fairly and lovingly, that they never feel left out or just feel like he don't love me or you love me more or whatever. Rhonda's trying to make me like her, and I don't even like her, girl. Oh my God, this is so powerful. It is so powerful what Rhonda says. It's so powerful, which is why she needs to go to counseling, okay? Listen to what she says.
And then following that, since I've been divorced, I've been in a couple of relationships that were pretty toxic. I was too loud. I didn't behave the right way. I was flirting when I wasn't flirting.
Yes. Yes, Rhonda. Yes, Rhonda. This is why you need to go to counseling, girl. Because with men, you must behave the right way. My father, Pastor Brasher, told me that men want to view you like the Virgin Mary. even if you're a hoe. Even if you're a hoe, they must view you as the Virgin Mary, which means you must behave properly and you must act accordingly. Okay? So, Rhonda, yeah, you are too loud. And the problem is you want somebody to love you and accept you just the way you are. And that's why your third divorce is on the way. Because you need to adjust. You need to adjust, Rhonda. You need to adjust, girl. You must adjust.
And so you say I scolded you, I was yelled and screamed at, and I became this pursuer in those relationships. No, pick me. And
Woo, Rhonda's a pick me. Lord, Rhonda is a pick me. Rhonda is a pick me. She said, no, pick me. Oh, I have to get this picture, honey. Rhonda is a pick me, cousins. Rhonda is a pick me. I think I should end this video right here because I need to do a whole other video on here. Well, let me see. How long do I have to go? Hold on. 10 more minutes. No, I need to stop right here, girl. Rhonda is a pick me, and it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. But she's saying these things like, it's like she knows what the problem is, but she's not trying to fix it. She's still trying to fit, even though she knows what's wrong with her. You know what's wrong with you, but you're still trying to make it work. It's not going to work. Rhonda, it's not going to work. You're a pick me. Y'all, it's 1:00 p.m. Let me go take my nap. Then I'm going to wake up. Today's parent teacher's day. You know, my day off, I got to go down to the school. Okay. Lord Jesus, my husband is going to come home early. So I think we're going to leave here about 3. Seeing we're literally like 7 minutes from the school. So I'm going to go take a nap and maybe I could come back and finish this tomorrow morning. Rhonda is a pick me. Look at God. Won't he do it? Won't God do it? God said he will not let one of my words fall to the ground without it being fulfilled. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank Jesus. Why I got to be careful what I say. Okay. So I around my family, my kids, my finances, my life. Oh, I'm exhausted, y'all. Love you, love you, love you. Thank for those of you showing me love and support. My books are all available on Amazon. If you've picked up any of these books, have not left me a glowing 5-star review, please remember to go back and do so. And this is a cheat book on my website, janicehyltonmentoring.com. I'm going to be putting out a snippet of my new dating book, and so that you guys can not pre-order. I do not like pre-orders because then there's pressure on me to produce it and have it ready by the time I said I was going to be ready. So I don't do that. I have the book done and I have it ready, and then people can order and I can mail it all out to you. But I love you. Thanks for supporting me. I'll talk to you later. Rhonda is a pick me. Ciao. Woo!